Alright, so like the video and the title of the video is, I am appalled by people. Because it takes one, and this is as bad as it can be. It takes one person to do one thing wrong in front of everybody, and it messes up everybody's perception on people and human nature. Now, mind you, human nature is actually one of the worst things in the freaking world because nobody gives a shit. Nobody's kind anymore. Everybody nowadays, they just all they do is give a shit about themselves. Nobody else fucking matters, and that's what pisses me off. Okay? Listen, when it comes to these live videos, I never expect a damn person to watch them, and I say this because it's true. Everybody has their own lives going on, and that's understandable, and I agree, and I get it completely. There are times when I'll go off the grid, and I'm really not on Facebook much, and that's fine. I'm not gonna judge anybody. I'm not gonna tell anybody that they have to be on. Because I'm not on myself a lot. But what I will tell you is the fact that I driving on, going to a job, and I got to the end of my freaking road, mind you, not very far, but I got down to the end of my road, and before I could get to the end of my road, I saw somebody who had the audacity to fucking leave a chihuahua on the fucking side of the road, flea-ridden and everything. Skinny as all hell, flea-ridden and losing fucking fur in the back of his body. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't understand why people could actually be so inhumane. And it's funny that we even have that word, but inhumane as to leave their dog. Mind you, I love animals and I love dogs, and I ain't gonna front to tell you that I don't. But I cannot stand the fact that it's just human fucking nature is fucking cruel. And I don't even know what to say to this, because at the end of the day, I'm thinking about this and I'm like, well, you know, maybe there's gonna be those couple people that's gonna change my view on human nature, and it ain't gonna be so bad. Well, no. Because for every 5 good people, there's about 200 people that are pretty much shit worth. And as sad as that is, you can't do nothing about it. It's either you kind of just deal with it, or you move on. And now, how do you move on when you see shit like that? How do you move on when you see somebody so willing and so able to go ahead and just leave a poor dog on the side of the fucking road? What the hell did that dog do to you? Because I guarantee you hadn't had it that long. You haven't even fucking spayed the damn fucking dog. Like, are you serious? Is this really what this world is coming to? People just don't give a fuck, and they just keep going about their own lives because that's all that fucking matters to them. Nothing else matters. Even though, mind you, that is an amazing song. But, you know, it fucking baffles me, dude. Are you telling me that on any given day, no matter, say you were having the fucking shittiest fucking day of your life, you telling me that on any given day of having a really shitty day, you leave an animal on the side of the fucking road? This animal, I know, guarantee, has not done a fucking thing to you. All you did was decide you want a dog. You weren't ready for having a dog. You fucking brought it home. It got fleas. You didn't know how to take care of it. You didn't care to know how to take care of it. And then you went ahead and just said, fuck it, I'm not keeping this dog anymore, and you left it somewhere. Like, seriously? Seriously? I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it. Because that shit makes no fucking sense to me. I'm not here to judge a person individually, but when I say that I'm okay with judging people, I'm okay with judging everybody. Because, yes, I'm not gonna lie, there's that 10% of the population on this fucking planet that is actually worth a shit and actually worth something because they actually give a shit. They use their hearts every single goddamn day of their life, no matter what situation they're in, no matter how hard their life is at that time. If you need something, they're gonna help you, because that's how they are. That's how those people are. But for the 90% of the other people on this fucking planet, we're all going to fucking shit. Because we get to a place where, you know, you go ahead and you don't understand, because and I know right now I'm kind of shoddy at the moment, but you don't understand what you're really fucking doing. When you go ahead and say, I'm gonna fuck somebody else up, I'm gonna mess somebody else up because I don't care, because my day is worse than theirs. Well, no. Because you, in all actuality, as much as a person can tell you their story, you don't know what's going on in their day-to-day life. You don't know how terrible they are. You don't know how the interactions between other people affects them. Now, mind you, I'm not going to say I was ever, you know, a terrible person, because I don't think that I was. I think that I've kind of kept this way about myself, where I try to make everybody smile and laugh and have a good time. But mind you, when I meet these people, when I meet that other 90% of the population who doesn't give a shit about anybody, and you want to go ahead and say something to me and try to bring me down, listen, honey, it ain't gonna work. I've been brought down more times than I care to count. The only thing that could break me down is one person. One person saying the wrong thing to me, or saying something to me, is the only thing that could ever break me down. Because at this point, I've been broken down and rebuilt, and broken down and rebuilt 10, 15 times over. I've lost a lot of people, and I do love a lot of people, because I care. I was raised. I have a heart. I use it every damn day. And I'm not ashamed to tell somebody when I see something going on, and I see something that doesn't seem right. I'm not afraid to tell you that you don't have a heart. Mind you, it is totally situational judging, and that's wrong in itself. But if there's a pattern, I'm not gonna. It's not a situational. Then it's a matter of fact. But you know, I can't sit there and watch you do some shit to somebody every single damn day. And this is what I don't understand, actually, about bullying and about all this fucking cyberbullying and all these fucking predators out there. And for some of the predators that may even be on my own fucking friends list, that's fucking fine. You can do whatever the hell you want with your life, but you gotta understand, at the same time, the moment you start you start preying on somebody else, and you start telling them, you know, all this shit that you know is gonna affect them and you know is gonna bother them, well then, you know what, you've done wrong. You have done absolutely fucking wrong, because then you have lost your heart, because at that point, you don't care. You are willing to ruin somebody else's life because you don't care, because you have your own shit going on. But you know what? Shit happens. And that's going to be the phrase that it's going to get through. It's going to get really just about anybody through their lives. Shit happens. You may go through a whole lot of fucking shit. You may go through shit every single fucking day of your life. But there's a reason for it. And the fact that you're going to be so insensitive and do something to somebody who has not done anything to you, somebody you may have just met, whatever the case is, you're wrong. And listen, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be honest, and I ain't gonna front. If I get to know you, and I call you a friend, and then I get to know you some more, and I call you family, and then you try to fuck me over, you've fucked over the wrong person. Because at this point, you're not fucking over anybody, just anybody. You're fucking over somebody who went ahead and said, yeah, I'll be your friend. And yeah, I'll be a true friend to you. Not many people know what that is. But I'll go ahead and I'll be a true friend to you. And let's see how you react when, you know, some shit happens. Depending on what it is, I may just forget it. Because there's no point in trying to, you know, get somebody back for doing something that was wrong to them. And that's, you know what? there ain't no point. When you try to get somebody back for any reason, all you're going to do is you're going to hurt yourself, and you got to ask yourself if it's worth it. If it's worth it to hurt yourself and put yourself through an X amount of pain because you think it's going to help you, well, you just got to find the right person to talk to. And I say talk to loosely, because some people's talking to is just being silent and being there. Another person, they're going to rant and they're going to rave and they're going to kind of do what I'm doing right now and just pick at everything that's bad with the world. But mind you, I'm going to go ahead and be honest when I say there's a lot more bad in this world than there is good. And the fact that I can say that, and I'm being honest here, you know, it shoots you a whole nother kind of life. You gotta understand that people are not what they seem. And that goes both ways, good and bad. Mind you, a lot of people are more negative than anything else in the world, and they really are willing to just shoot you down because they are having a problem, and they have hit a problem in their road, a bump along their road, whatever the case may be. And yeah, their life may be going to shit right now, and that's fine. But they're gonna go ahead and turn around and say, I'm not gonna be the only one who's got shit going on. I'm gonna start up shit with somebody else because it's gonna make me feel better. Well, you know what, dude? You need to get a fucking life and you need to grow up. Because when you fuck with somebody else, you're not just messing with them. It comes to the point where you are messing with a whole lot of fucking things you don't want to mess with and you don't want to fucking deal with. Because I guarantee people are not right. There is no right when it comes to talking about a human. And I'm not going to go ahead and say that I'm right, because I'm not. There are parts of my personality that, as rarely as they may come about, it's gonna make you wish you hadn't done whatever you did to make it come out. Because there are things you just don't want to hear, and there are things you don't want to listen to, and I get it. Because everybody's got a story, everybody's got something going on, and that's, benefit of the doubt only gets you so far. I don't even know what to say. All I can say, really, and the only thing that really may actually matter out of everything, and the only thing that people may actually give a shit about and may pick up about this whole fucking video that I'm spending 20 X amount of fucking minutes on, the only thing people may pick up out of it is the only thing you can do for anybody else is be nice. If you can't be fucking nice, get the fuck up out of their way, because they don't need you in it then. Being nice does a whole lot more than you think. When you're nice to somebody else, you may have, and I'm going to bring it to the extreme when I say this, but you may have just saved their fucking life. They may be having a fucking shit-worth fucking day thinking about fucking killing themselves tomorrow. And you saying one nice thing to them, you smiling at them, whatever the fucking case is, you do something right and you do something good, at the end of the day, you're not doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for them. You go ahead and you pay that forward, and you watch how many people start actually giving a shit about other people. You watch how other people are going to be like, hey, listen, well, this person got me coffee today. Maybe I'll go ahead and I'll do something nice too. But if you can't do that, that's fine. I'm not gonna tell you you're shitty, because you got to know that yourself. Because at that point, you've done it yourself. You've seen it yourself. You know what going through shit is like. Maybe it could be a whole nother variation of shit, but you know what going through shit is like, so you know what the fuck you're doing to somebody else when you gotta come up and all up in their fucking way and fuck up their whole fucking day because you have been having a shitty day. Listen, I hate to say this to you and I hate to break this to you, but you are not the only person on this godforsaken fucking planet You don't know what the fuck they're going through. You don't know if something just happened in their life and they're having a fucking terrible fucking day and they just don't want to be bothered by anybody. You don't know. So why are you going to be inconsiderate and you're going to be freaking sour to somebody who you don't even fucking know? You don't even fucking know them. And you can't say that you know a damn person on this planet. Family included, really. Because to some extent of your life, what's gonna happen is your family, they're gonna fucking spread apart. They're gonna go their own ways, live their own life, do their own fucking thing. But if you can't accept that, and you can't understand that you are not the only person in their fucking life, that's when you fucking learn. That's when you're like, oh shit, what am I doing? And everybody has that epiphany at their own time, and I'm not gonna tell you it's gonna come at this age, at this time, I'm not gonna tell you. Because you don't know when it's going to come. It's different for everybody. But I do promise that when you do figure it out, and you do learn that the world is not about you, and I speak this and I say this mostly for the millennials, because the millennials around here, they don't, their world is just that. Them. Nobody else fucking matters. Well, hey, listen. You know what? I've met about 5 millennials that actually are worth a damn. And I'd actually say are worth something. But in all actuality, you know, what are you doing? You are paving a fucking road, and you are making a life for yourself that at the end of the day may actually have no meaning other than to make everybody else's life worse. So let me ask you this then. Knowing that, is it worth it to compromise your integrity and to compromise everything that you are for a moment's happiness? Is it gonna make any difference when you're still on that shit block and you don't know what the fuck to do because you still are having a shitty fucking day and now you went and done made somebody else's life fucking shitty? What are you gonna do? Do you actually give a shit enough to make right the wrongs that you already made? Or are you just gonna go on your merry way and think that your life is gonna be shitty, so let me see if I can fuck up somebody else's life? That's not how that shit works. In order to feel better, you gotta do something. You gotta do something good. You know, you gotta feel. And in order to feel, you gotta have a heart. And in order to have a heart, you gotta use your fucking brain. See, everything about you is connected. Everything. And I'm not speaking generally, I'm speaking individually. You are very connected internally. Everything your heart and your brain says are pretty much aligned, you just don't know it. They're aligned in different ways. And yeah, there are people that think that their lives are torn between what their heart is telling them and what their head wants them to do. And that's fine. I'm not going to tell you that it's not. Because to you it is. But all that's really happening is your heart is telling you what you feel. Your head is giving you the logic behind what you feel. Regardless of whether you understand the logic, regardless of whether you want to follow the logic. Your heart is telling you how you feel. So at the end of the day, no matter what, and this is why, you know, this phrase is so genuine, and I can honestly say it's just about perfect. When you follow your heart, you're following your gut, essentially. Because how you feel about a situation marks what you're gonna do. If you feel say you're walking through the fucking woods and you hear a fucking noise and you get that fight or flight response and you're like, well, shit, what the fuck am I gonna do? I don't know what's behind me. I don't know what's in front of me. I don't know what the hell is all around me. Well, now you have an option. You can get out the woods, or if you don't know how to get out the woods, you can stay put and call somebody. And if you ain't got no service to call nobody, then you don't have a choice. You get up and you keep moving. Yeah, it could be somebody following you. It could be an animal following you. It's more likely what it is. But it could be a whole number of things and you just don't understand. So now, take it back into the city life of what everybody else knows and few people understand. You're walking. We'll go ahead and bring it up to the biggest of them all. You bring it up to New York City. You're walking through New York, right? You're on the phone, and you turn around for a split second, and you see something, or you see someone, what you think is following you. Okay, now here's what you can do. You can either keep going where you're going, and go ahead and just keep talking on the phone. And that'll do it for the most part. What you could also do is you can turn around and confront the person. But the person may not be following you. Now, mind you, there's a lot of people in New York City. And it amazes me how people can be so comfortable with having hundreds of people behind them walking in the same direction as them. May not be going to the same place. May actually be going to the same place for another reason. Whatever the case is. Y'all going in the same direction. Why is it then, when you get down to a little town that you're not used to? Really anywhere you're not used to. You may not even be used to New York City, mind you. State is very different. I don't know, it's different. But let's just go ahead and say, now, you went from that large city, and now you're in a town. Why is it that two people going in the same direction as you bothers you, when you've just had 100 people following you? You get, your brain gives you the logic behind what you're feeling, like I said. Your heart could be pouring out to somebody or even to something, and that's cool. If your heart is pouring out to somebody and they're not reciprocating, or even if they are trying to reciprocate but just don't know how exactly, and now you've kind of come to a standstill. You don't know what you're truly feeling, and you don't know how to react to what you're feeling, and that's cool. Not everybody knows how to react to the emotions and everything that's going on within themselves. I don't expect you to know how. What I expect any person to do is have an ounce of freaking understanding that there is no perfect person. There is nothing that in your life that I'm going to tell you right now, there's nothing in your fucking life that's going to tell you that you are perfect. Because you're not. Nobody is perfect. And that is life. What's up, Bruce? Nobody is perfect. So what you gotta understand at that same time, while I'm going ahead and saying 90% of the people on this planet are shit, and there's about 10% that is actually worth a damn, well, that's true. Because that's the fact of life, and that's what you're gonna meet. And for the people who disagree with what I'm saying, and for the people who can't accept what I'm saying, I'm not upset with you, and I'm not blaming. No, man, I've been out for a while. I'm not upset with you, and I'm not, I ain't gonna say nothing about that, because there ain't nothing I can say. I get it. It's hard. It's hard to be a good person in a world of bad. It's easier to go with the flow. Going against the current means you gotta be strong. Going against the current and saying, I'm gonna be a good person today, or I'm gonna do something good for somebody else today, means you gotta be strong. Means you gotta have some fucking will and some damn something. Whatever's gonna actually help you along and help you get through it. That's what you need. And if you can't find it in you to do it, don't waste your time. Simply put as that is, do not waste your time trying to say that I'm going to be this good person when you're not. You don't want to be a good person, you're not going to be. And your head in your heart, if you really don't want to be a good person, there ain't not a fucking thing on this planet that's going to make you a good person. I'm not here to judge, as that is God's decision, and that is God, that is His, that's only He can do that. Because if you judge, you are going to be judged in return. So, when I meet somebody, do I judge? No. I'm not perfect, and I know that. I've made mistakes, and I will continue to make mistakes, because that is life. That's what you do in life. You make mistakes, and you learn from them. If you can't learn from the mistakes that you've made, no matter how many times you got to make them, if you can't learn from them, you're not making the mistake right. And I understand that you're like, how the fuck can I make a mistake and not make it right, or make it the right mistake rather? Well, that's kind of a question in itself, and that's one of those things that you kind of got to figure out on your own. I hate to say it, I can't walk you through that. I can walk you through probably a lot of shit, but I can't walk you through that. So now here's the question. Are you going to do what's right today? Or are you just going to carry on with how you're living your life, and carry on with whatever the hell you're doing with your life, and keep pushing on because you don't care what anybody else has to say? You don't care what anybody else is doing because you're only concerned about yourself. Mind you, it's a good way to be when you grow up. But you haven't grown up yet. There's a difference between a grown-up and an adult. A grown-up, you can tell. They know shit happens. They know, there's a lot of things you can't control in life. And they've accepted that. But what they do is they control what they can. And the only thing you can control in life is yourself. You control your actions. You control what you say to somebody, what you do to somebody. So, if you're really, really, ready and willing to say, I don't care about this person, well, you're not going to give a shit about that person. If you can say you don't care, and truly and honestly mean it, okay. That's fine. It ain't gonna hurt me. But still, you're not, you're feeding into that 90%. You feed into that 90% when you see something's wrong with somebody else. And I'm not talking about these people on the side of the road that look like something's wrong, but actually there's nothing wrong. They're just trying to jump you. I'm not talking about that. And it's hard to differentiate sometimes. But what I'm talking about is I'm talking about those people who actually have something wrong. Who actually, there's something wrong and that they can't figure out their own situation. They actually need help. And that's where you're like, well, how do I figure it out? Well, there are a couple ways to figure it out, and what you got to do is you got to learn those ways, because I'm not going to tell you what those ways are. Yeah, being a little fucking cold and tough love here, but that's fine. You can get over it. And I know, why you going to tell me that you're not a bad person if you're telling me to get over something? Well, because that's what you got to do. Some things in life you cannot control. Some things in life you got to go with it. You got to go with the flow of what you're given. Mind you, things are not perfect. Things are not perfect in my life. I know they're not perfect in your life. They can't be perfect in anybody's fucking life. Because that's what life is. There is no perfect. There's only your version of perfect and what you think is right. You find that, I don't care what in the world. When you find that, you've done something right. When you can find and you can tell me that you found your version of perfect, you are happy with your life, and you're genuinely happy, I'm happy for you. I'm not gonna be jealous of you. I'm not gonna be lustful of what you have. What you have is what you have, and that's something that I'm never gonna try to take away from you. But what I ask you to do is be considerate. Understand that not everybody is the same. Not everybody's going to take things the way you're going to take things. Not everybody is grown enough to understand the full concept of what they're saying and what they're doing. And that's fine. That's understandable because people are not perfect. Shit happens. That's life. Mind you, now if you've sat through this entire video, you'll notice the major reoccurrences. Shit happens. What are you going to do about it? You're going to get up and say, yeah, I'm going to let the shit that's happening dictate my life? Or no, I'm going to take control of my life and I'm going to do what I want. Yeah, you can do what you want. That's fine. Make sure you understand the consequences of your actions and you understand the fact that whatever you do affects the next 10, 12, 13, 14, 30 fucking people in your fucking life. You got to understand that there's a connection that we have with so many people. And there's no way to control that connection. That connection is there. What I could be saying to you right now and what you could be taking to heart may affect the next person you interact with, positive or negative. That's up to you. I can't tell you how to live, and I'm not gonna tell you how to live. All I can tell you is that honestly, I believe that you should be respectful and courteous to other people, and if you can't do that, well, listen, sweetheart, I'm sorry. You ran the wrong line of work. You can't do nothing about it. You gotta come to grips with the fact that not everything is perfect. Not everything is gonna go your way. And there are gonna be times, there are gonna be times when you got shit going on and you come across somebody who else has got a lot of shit going on, and you gotta make that decision as to whether you wanna bring your shit onto them or if you're just gonna let it go. Totally up to you. Not gonna tell you what to do, not gonna tell you how to live, because that, like I said, not my job. I'm expressing something that a lot of people don't express, and if they do, they express it the wrong way, and it comes out the wrong way. That's fine. I'm not gonna be upset if you take everything that I said and take none of it to heart. You understand none of it you don't take any of it with you. And that's fine. I don't care. It's not going to hurt me. It's not going to make me cry. It's not going to... It won't affect me at all. Guaranteed. Will not fucking affect me. Because at the end of the day, I have an understanding that those are things that I cannot control. And those are things that I choose not to control. Because anything in life you try to control, it doesn't work. Why try to take control of anything? Only thing in life we have to control is our actions. If you can't control your actions, well, then you got some shit going on. That's it. You got some shit going on. Oh shit! What's up, Tori? God, didn't even know you was on. Anyways, I'm fixing to get to my destination, so I'm getting off here. Like I said, if you took nothing of what I just said, and you're not gonna apply anything of what I just said, that is fine. Have a Merry fucking Christmas and have a great day, because That's on you. That's not on me. Your interactions with other people and the people that look at you and judge you based upon how you've acted and reacted to them. That's not my place. Now you have your own chance to do your own thing. That just totally sounded totally inspirational. That was not the point. But your choices and your actions dictate who you are. Figure it out and figure out who you want to be. Good luck. Hope somebody took something out of this, because if somebody didn't, at least I did something right, I guess. Anyways, have a blessed one, even though nobody says that anymore because everybody's just hateful. And then there's the whole religion and offensiveness, and y'all are just ridiculous nowadays. But have a blessed one, and hit me up sometime if you want to talk. Bye.